Good morning. Something pretty exciting today. Today I wanted to set up my new half letter business planner with you guys. So originally I was using this A5 binder. I've started kind of getting into discs, so I wanted to give it a shot, but this is what I had in my old one. This was made, most of this in here was made by me, and a lot of it you can find in my Etsy shop. But so this is what I've got going on my old one, just notes and a bunch of stuff. I want to use it more, so I thought maybe that would also help. So set this aside and we'll get started on the new half letter. So I didn't have to buy very much for it because I make my own inserts typically, and so I did that, but I did buy a couple of things that I didn't have from Cloth and Paper. I bought these 1.25 inch discs. I bought this cover so that I had a hard cover. I thought this might be something good to have, just a credit card holder, so if I want to use any page flags or stickers, I can have them in there for it. And then I bought these dividers. So that's all I had to buy. Okay, set this stuff to the side here. And then over the last couple days, I've printed out a bunch of stuff. So I thought this was really cute. I made this dashboard. I printed it off on some just basic cardstock. And so I've got some better photo cardstock coming in the mail, but this will be fine for now. It's not the best picture, but it'll work. So cute little typewriter, scene on the front, and then like a fantastical dragon scene on the back. I just thought they were both so pretty. It's still summer, but I love everything fall, so I've got that I printed. And then really these are not in any kind of order. I'll just go over them with you when I'm sticking them in there. All of these I've made myself. They're not listed in the shop yet. I've been creating a lot of things lately, but I haven't done a shop update in a long time. Hopefully in the next week I will get all of these inserts into the shop and you'll be able to shop my inserts if you want. One thing that I noticed that I should change on all of these half letter inserts, because it works great on the A5, but on the half letter you cut off a lot of my my logo here with the disc punch. I've never disc punched anything. That was my first time, so I didn't know that it would turn out like that. So alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I guess first things first, get the cover out here. I didn't think I would like disc planners, but I've actually been very curious lately. Alright, let's see what this would look like with that. Oh yeah, I thought that would look really pretty. I can use this in a different spot, so it's cute. But I really like this dashboard here. I printed off a 2025 vellum as well, but I cut it too short and I haven't printed it again. I'll show it to you. This will also be in my shop. 2025, and then I've got 2026 coming as well, so it'll be included with the Year at a Glance. Let's see if I can. I really like this. I was gonna put it with my Year at a Glance, but it didn't really. When we get there, I'll show you. But I cut it too short. You can see here. Let's see. So I might have to reprint that here in a little bit. All right, discs. Like I said, I'm new to discs, so I just got these cheaper plastic ones to start with, and then we'll see how it goes. I guess I should. Don't really know the best way to do this, but we're gonna just wing it. Don't want to break anything. If there's a better way to do this, let me know in the comments for next time. I get so worried that I'm gonna break the plastic. Okay. So we've got our front and back cover. Go ahead and put my dashboard in there. Okay. Okay, so I guess next, I'll worry about the card holder later. Let's go ahead and do the dividers. They are not labeled, which is fine with me. I don't know if I'm going to label them or not. I have a label maker that I like to use when I'm labeling my dividers, but I like the way they look without labels too. I could always do like, maybe make a planner card with a key here for what's what or something. But I mean, I'll know what's where after so long of using it. But to make the setup easier, I did go ahead and make a list of all the planner sections that I want. So you can see that here. This is one thing I am excited about for the discs, because I can just put in all the dividers, and then when I'm putting the papers in, I can just flip around and stick them in. When with rings, you know, you'd have to keep opening and closing. I do love my rings though. My catch-all planner is A5 rings. And I've tried smaller planners, like I tried a Franklin Covey compact binder with personal white inserts in it, and I just gravitated back to my A5, and I have a CP Petite that I really like, but you know, I like a little bit more room, I guess. Alright, so, oh, that is so cute. I love it. Alright, so we open up here. Excuse me. First section is going to be my calendar section. So I guess in my calendar section, I am gonna want these quarterly planning pages. So I've got all of 2026 here, and then I've got the second half of 2025. Here is my year at a glance. I've got 2025 on one side and 2026 on the other side. I think that's all I want in that section for now. We'll see if something else here later, but I was going to show you this vellum that goes over it. It's going to sit about like that, so you can still kind of see. I printed it on really thick vellum. I think I might print it on a thinner vellum next time. So there's that. So I do need to reprint that so I can stick it in here. But calendar section where I've got my year at a glance, and then quarterly planning, so I can just write down you know, important dates, like if I'm going to be doing like a release, or you know, National Planner Day, so I could do sale or whatever. Okay, so I've got that. Tab 2 is going to be by social media, so the hashtag lists are going to go in there. Photo ideas, reel ideas, video ideas, platform growth tracker, that'll go in the front. And then I've got my content planner pages that are basically, I took my admin month at a glance and just kind of changed it up for a content planner with notes on the back. So I'm going to put that in that section. Don't think I'm gonna, let's see, I don't think I have anything else as of right now. Okay, so first we'll do my platform growth tracker. It's got 2025, and then for each month you can put the growth, you know, how many followers you have or whatever you want to do on one side, and then you've got a note section on the back. That's what I printed. You could print like 2026 on the back or whatever. I just printed August since it's August, and then I did print January of 2026 just to have it there. I wanted a note section on each one just so I have more room for notes. There is a notes section, or there's tasks here, but I wanted plenty of space. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna do these ideas first. So it's really just, you know, like notes pages, but with a specific title. So videos, reels, and photos. And then I've got these hashtag sheets, which I like because I could just write any hashtags I can think of, but then batches I could do like, you know, which hashtags do I want to use for A5 planner videos, or plan with me's, or how-to videos, or whatever. So I like that page too. Probably print more of the batch ones and then less of this, just because, I don't know, I guess if something doesn't specifically fit in a batch. But okay, got hashtags. And then let's see, Etsy is going to be my next tab. So this will be like finance, supplies, I might call that something else, the finance tab. Mercari sales. I have a Mercari shop as well that I sell previously owned stuff on. Alright, so Etsy product tracker. Love this page. It was really useful in my A5 as well. And then I've got Etsy sales. I think the rest of this is literally just notes pages. I have a few more ideas for this planner, but I wanted to get it put together with you guys. So that's Etsy, and then I'm gonna do a Mercari tab. So I'm gonna do Mercari sales. And then I was saying, I think maybe I want to change this finance tab to like admin. That way I can put this spending tracker and supplies to order, like stuff like that, for like just the entire business aspect of it. I might change the tabs as well. So I think I want admin to be my third tab, and that's where Etsy is. So Etsy will move to my fourth tab. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Bear with me here. Jeez, how do you get this off without destroying it? I guess that's how. Okay, let's see if I can. I don't know if I'm doing this a very good way, but no. Okay. So that'll put Etsy as my fourth tab, and then my third tab here will be admin. So then I can put my supplies to order, and spending tracker. Okay. Got Etsy, Mercari, and then I've got a bunch of note pages. These note pages that I printed out are specifically like my favorite types that I have in my shop. I don't have half letter in there yet, but I do have most of these for A5 and then personal wide, I believe. But I've got this just grid with a title at the top, which I love, and then I've got the title at the top, and then you've also got 4 subsections of grid. So like if you had like a main thing you were trying to think of, like you know, size planner inserts I want to make. And then you could put like A5 and list all the A5 inserts you want to make, and then personal wide and list all those. So that's what that is for. And then this is a new one that I really like. So it's like a more of a checklist. So it's got a section where you can like check off stuff. So you put your title at the top of what it's about or whatever. So like I'm going to use this in my calendar section when I'm trying to like, you know, I've got like a to-do list, or I'll use it in my Etsy section. I'll be like, oh, August to-dos or whatever, and then I'll just like keep a running list of stuff I need to do for that month and check mark it off as I go. So these I printed a bunch because I really like these, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty of each type in there because I like all of them. Sorry about that. Put these notes in here. I think I want dashboards for each section as well, maybe with like maybe like a cute picture, but then also like a vellum of the title of the dashboard. So I'll probably work on that and then give you guys an update. All right, let's see what we got. Might have could went with a little smaller discs, but I wanted to be on the safe side. These are 1.25. I have some 0.75, but I thought that might be a little bit too small. So, but this is her. Oh, I did forget this. Let's see where we can put this. Don't really have much to put in here yet, but where would be a good spot? Maybe like right here. Let's see. My business card, that's a good thing to keep in here, I think. This is cute. I got this a long time ago from May Paper Co. These are, you know, supposed to be horizontal, but it's still cute. And then that won't fit there. I made this one. Just have some paper that won't fit either. It's okay. What about this? No. Probably these type of things won't fit in there. I am gonna want some sticky notes. I probably should have gotten like an inbox, but I didn't think about it. That might be something to add to my list so that I can stick some sort of sticky note on there. But that's her for now, unless I want to stick this somewhere. That is very cute. Maybe stick it here for now. Yeah, it gives it a cute layered look. All right, how about a quick flip? Cute cover from Cloth and Paper. It's not fall yet, but it feels so fall in here. got my calendar section with my year at a glance and quarterly planning pages. And then I've got my social media section. Wait. Where did my social media section go? Oh, I accidentally... I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take these. Ah, that's how you do it. I'm gonna make the second section my admin section. Okay. Sorry about that. Got my calendar section. Got my admin section. Supplies to order. Spending tracker. I do want to add some more to this, but that'll be at a later date. And then my third tab is my social media section. I've got my platform growth tracker. And then I've got my content planners. So this is where I'm just gonna put like, oh, I plan to post a reel here, whatever. I've also think I'm gonna do some color coordinating with the stickers. So I've got these dot stickers that I got off of Amazon, and they were really cheap. And I'll just make like green for like Instagram and red for YouTube or whatever, and I'll just, you know, put a dot. Just an idea. So, got my content planners in this section, and then I've got video ideas, reel ideas, photo ideas. I could add more lists to this. I've got my hashtag lists, hashtag batches, and then my fourth section is my Etsy. So I've got my Etsy product tracker, which I need to fill out because, and I'll just take it from whatever I had in my A5. And then Etsy sales. I printed out one for each month, so at the top here on this line you put the month, and then at the bottom the month's profit. So I've got one for printed out for the rest of the months of the year. And then same thing with Mercari. It's the same thing as the Etsy list. You put the month here, month's profit, everything that you sold throughout the month. And then my last section is my brain dump, or my notes. So I can use this to just jot stuff down, leave it here if I want to, or I can take a piece of note paper, move it to a section where I want to write some notes down. Whatever. I'll probably print some more notes paper too, because I do go through it, especially when I'm away from home working. But back cover. Probably want to get a cover at some point, maybe a Moterm, but we'll see, just to put her in. But as for right now, this is great. I think she's so cute. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you have any ideas of pages that I can add to my business planner, or any tips or whatever for discs, because like I said, I am new. Just leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. All right, have a good day.